Thank you everyone for joining here today. It's a pleasure to have all our early backers, all our team, many of my friends who've been always with me, supporting here and joining us today for this evening. Without any delay, I'll start with the presentation on what are we looking at right now. So Yashashi covered the journey about how did we arrive here today and what are we looking at. But this is something very interesting. Something very interesting happened over the last one and a half year, since probably the time when we started interacting with Aditya. A lot of brainstorming happened, and we've been figuring it out, right? Alumni not equal to reunions. This is a statement I've been trying to say for the last 15 years, right? Every time you go to an institution, you ask them about alumni engagement, only thing that comes up about is reunions, and nothing beyond that. And the realization of this was not so difficult, right? Alumni not equal to realize, you understand the potential that there could be a lot more than. The hardest part was, how do we solve this at scale? How to create something valuable for everyone at scale? And this happened over the last 1.5 to 2 years. Probably from the sense we started offering training programs for colleges, like Ashish said, we offered ALP, Alumni Leadership Program, where we actually trained people, trained the alumni officers. We started interacting. We ran programs, mentoring programs to actually show results. People changed their scores from probably around 40 to 50 to almost 80 to 90. And that gave us the belief that there could be a lot more things that can be done, right? With this, probably the way we realized that, hey, this can be something much larger, a potential that can be solved, we embarked upon a new journey. And that's where we are here today, looking at a new brand, a new journey, a new vigor, and probably a new energy altogether, right? So let me tell you what are we trying to solve. Education has a problem, right? Everywhere we speak about, anyone you go and speak about, right? There are 10 million students graduating every year out of the Indian colleges, and all unprepared for the real world. Students complete their 4 years of engineering or graduation, and then take up another program or a course or a curriculum, and then take a job. Or get into a company, and probably the company trains them to get a job, to do the real work in the company, right? So that is something we have been trying to solve. Everyone has been trying to solve by better courses, better curriculum, designing industry interactions, getting companies into the campus, internships, everything. But the most powerful institution that exists is not inside campus. It's alumni, a living institution, an institution with experiences, an institution with shared journeys. They have navigated the same corridors and then went on to become something great. Right? And most of the institutions we see are living this outside. They're not even tapping into that. Right? That's what we see. This powerful alumni capital is lying dormant. Why? Because there's no culture to a large extent in most of the institutions about engaging alumni. Right? And we looked at this and they said, why do alumni not come back? Or what does it take for alumni to come back? Alumni need recognition, opportunity, and progress, right? They need reasons to come back. They need reasons to stay back with you, and they need reasons to give back, right? This is what we call activation. And if we are able to enable activation for this alumni network, alumni capital is what we say, we can do much larger things. And if we activate the alumni networks, it unlocks 4 things. It unlocks careers, capital, credibility, and culture, right? All of this for an institution. And this is something that's laying dormant. Now, the most important insight working with institutions closely was that, yes, we understand activation. We have done activation. What does an activation look like? Any alumnus wanting to probably hire some students from the college should be able to pick up something easily. Or a student who is wanting to be an entrepreneur finds an alumni, reaches out to them, sends a message, and probably actually helps him build the company. The alumni helps him build it. That's activation, simple, right? But why is this not happening? Because Activation is something that institutions are not able to build by themselves. It requires something called an engine. That engine that allows you to come back every day. It's like engine that requires a fuel that makes you come back every day. Right? So that engine is something an institution is structurally not designed to build. Because like say, alumni need jobs. An institution cannot go and source jobs for the alumni. Alumni need networking opportunities. Institution cannot create networking opportunities that are relevant to alumni. Now, this was a powerful insight for us. And this defined the next generation, next chapter for us. We said, can we move beyond the static networks to dynamic cohorts for alumni? From nostalgic episodic events that are one-off to continuous momentum that can be available every day, that makes alumni come back every day. And from being just a software provider to an ecosystem builder, basically we build that alumni activation engine. And that was the next chapter that we were looking at. Can we move away from connection, where we just connect the alumni, to activating alumni capital? Right? So this brought us a new prospects, the new way we are looking at the entire segment, the way we are looking at the entire category. And it also meant that we wanted to bring in the fresh energy with the rebranding. And so let's go and see what are we looking at. So please take out your mobile phones, scan the QR code. We are going to unveil it together. I see my daughter clapping, that's great. You can see MSR, Deepa, Saurabh. 3, 2, 1, go. So we are Hoopstr from today.
Classrooms prepare you for exams, but the lessons that shape careers are not written in textbooks. They are written in experience. The wisdom of those who walked the path before. They are your alumni, the greatest asset of any institution. Yet this immense alumni capital today lives mostly in reunions, nostalgia, and static directories. But an alumni network should not be a directory. It should be an engine. An engine where experience moves forward, opportunity moves back, and every generation starts stronger. Hoopstr turns alumni networks into living ecosystems of mentorship, knowledge, and opportunity. Activating alumni capital for students, alumni, and institutions alike. Hoopstr. Experience activated.
So that's Hoopstr for you. So Hoop basically represents a continuous network of connections, the shared experiences that basically also the stir represents the strength and energy. What we say is a circle, basically circle of connections is valuable only when it has momentum. And Hoopstr basically is, what we say is, it generates the momentum when you have alumni, institutions, and students coming together, and momentum is what creates energy, creates progress for everyone. So, Hoopstr is not just a title that you get by being an alumnus. Hoopstr is basically a title you earn by staying back, connected with your institution, giving back to your institution, and also in the process, gaining through the network and connections that you've built. Right. So we invite everyone to not just be an alumnus, but be a Hoopstr. So what are we looking at? We are looking at not just the branding, we are looking at the entire ecosystem. We have the Hoopstr AI engine that's going to build as a base for everything that we have been doing. All the 10 years of code that we have built is going to dump, and we are building an entire new architecture and new building. I think that's going to come up in the next couple of months, but we had to launch the video today, launch the brand today. So the team here has been doing that already for the last 2 months. Hoopstr Consulting, we have been doing programs where we help institutions drive engagement, that drive outcomes for them. Hoopstr Ascent is career opportunities, the high quality career opportunities for their alumni. Then we have Hoopstr Advance, which is basically learning and growth, the networking events, everything that you need for your alumni. And also Hoopstr Affinity. Affinity is the brand partnerships, the benefits that you get being a part of your association. So we're working with a lot of brands to get in, partner with us. So Hoopstr is not going to be just one of the softwares. We have an entire ecosystem that we are building on. And many of this we are already live with a lot of institutions that we work with. One more thing. So we asked, is the brand name just about the business, the new market opportunity for us, or something? We've been speaking about outcomes. We've been speaking about how can we drive outcomes to the institutions. So we are already launched with a couple of institutions, but today I would want to address here. We're launching 2 different programs. One was internship activation program. So we are going to select about 30 institutions and deliver about 10,000 internships to the students through alumni over the next 3 years. And the second program is a Young Leaders Fellowship. Because whenever we speak about fundraising, we just get fundraising for the institutions. We said that's not how it should work. So we're looking forward to generate about 100 crores of scholarships for the students in the next 3 years. Now, scholarship is something very beautiful. Scholarship is something very beautiful. An alumni comes, he contributes a small scholarship to the student, but also it's not about the money there. He's championing a student to become a leader, right? He ensures that the students succeed. And this changes the culture of alumni giving back in the institutions. So these are the 2 audacious goals that we have put, and we'll be working towards this. We already have about 4 colleges started with this program. So what are we looking at? We're looking at a future of learning with a living alumni ecosystem for every institution, for every alumnus, and every student. So that's Hoopstr for you, experience activated. Thank you very much.